Oh my God, those are gorgeous. Look at those. I have been making bread my whole life. There was an apprentice at the farm who was really into this 100% whole wheat sourdough bread, and I had a piece of his bread and I was just like, wait a minute, what is this? Like, how do you do this? I need to do this. That immediately made me restart making bread. So the logical next step that anybody would do next is like grow your own wheat, right?
I've been farming my entire life, so growing grain's about as easiest crop you can grow. And we specifically bought this land knowing that we wanted to grow grain and have a wood-fired bread oven and make bread from the grain that we grew here. It's so deeply rewarding, just being tied to the land, being tied to this change in the seasons, the rainfall, the temperatures. It's just this kind of all-encompassing thing that just brings you closer to living and to life. It just keeps my brain always thinking, okay, how do I keep this going? How do I keep this going? Because it's so cool. Today we're celebrating the fact that we just got 1.5 inches of rain last night because we just planted our 2026 grains, knowing that it was going to rain. The ground was perfect. Got the grains in. This rain will do a beautiful job of germinating them. They grow pretty quickly. They'll be heading up in like June and July. They'll be dry enough to combine harvest sometime late August or early September. If it's a modern variety, the grain comes out of the combine almost ready to go into the mill to make flour. But we have seed cleaning equipment. If it's an older variety of grain, a lot of times it'll have a hull in it. We have to run it through a fan mill seed cleaner, a winnower, and a dehuller, and then it's ready to go into the mill.
It would take a lot less time if we just had our whole field in one variety of grain. There's different kinds of wheat that are better for pastries and cakes, and then there's a different kind that's good for bread, and we want all those different kinds. So there's all these reasons, like I want more varieties and Jim wants fewer varieties. And like the older varieties maybe taste better or have more flavor variation, but they're taller, so they're harder to harvest. They yield less. They require more of that post-harvest processing to clean them up. There's these tensions that get resolved, usually. Usually satisfactory, usually without anyone yelling.
We sometimes have to remind ourselves that we function as a team, definitely. And Polly has skills that are specific to making this whole thing happen, and I have specific skills that make things work. Neither of us could do this independently.
I have to plan the bake day because I always like to have other people come out and bake with me. Once the grains are ground, I add salt and then I add water and the sourdough culture together. And the sourdough culture is this mixture of microbes that will help provide carbon dioxide to raise the bread and also produce a bunch of flavor compounds that'll make the bread delicious. So once that whole thing is mixed and the stretch and folds are done, I put the dough in the fridge overnight. Meanwhile, I've been adding wood to the wood burning oven, and I stop that for the nighttime. And the next morning, I take the bread dough back out of the fridge, and then I form the loaves. After several hours of extra rising and of heating the oven, I take all of the leftover wood and the ashes out of the oven. So when that temperature has gone down to about 550 degrees, then we're ready to bake. I shove those into the bread oven and then they bake for about 20 minutes. And so then after that I pull them out and then gobble them all up with butter and jam and cheese and friends. One thing that I'm really happy about with what we're doing out here is how my view of what we're doing has changed over time. That we moved out here wanting to be really self-sufficient, like a frontier person, and then we've kind of changed our idea over the time of trying to do everything ourselves and realizing that we couldn't do it all ourselves. And so then when you share things in that way, where like you've made bread and somebody else has made cheese and you're sharing those two, then it's really different from taking your bread and selling it and getting money from it, and then just going and using the money to buy something anonymously in the market. You're celebrating the fact that we're humans, and that we're creative, and that we've developed this whole food system, or like this whole like civilizational system, and we're part of it, and we're claiming our part in it, and we're acknowledging that other people also have a part in it that they claim to, and then we're appreciating them, and then like I feel like everybody feels better that way.